Okay, so I was listening to a friend of mine who is going through an extremely difficult traumatic time in their life. And I'm there to listen to people's trauma and see what we can do about it to heal, or work with them so they can figure out how they can heal. So and I just wanted to make a little video about this. Sometimes when there's a really traumatic event in someone's life, and it's so traumatic that they can't handle it, it's too much, so it spills out of them uncontrollably. It's not their fault, but sometimes the listener, me in the situation, has heard the same particular traumatic story of her timeline maybe like 3 or 4 times now, the same story, and it's traumatic for the listener to listen to this same traumatic story again and again and again. Because when someone's stuck in a hole and they're calling out and they need help, I'm stuck in the pain dimension, help me, and a passerby comes along and looks down the hole and is like, oh shit, you're in the pain dimension, are you alright? Do you want some help? Yes, please help me, I'm suffering, I can't get out. Alright, so now the person at the top of the well, the listener, the helper, the person who has cares enough to stop and notice and listen and do something proactive about the situation, has a decision: sympathy or empathy. Sympathy, they just jump into the well, into the pain dimension with the person, huddle them together, cuddle, and feel sorry for them and just go, oh, now we're in this together, it's okay, you're not alone, we're in the pain dimension together now, but now we're both stuck here. That's one choice. The other choice the listener can do is have empathy and go, hang on man, I'm going to chuck you a rope, okay, get ready. Throw the rope into the hole, grab onto the rope, yep, that's it, now come on. You got to work too. Hold onto that rope. Climb. Use your legs. We got this. I can help you. We'll do this together and get you out of the pain dimension. Because I don't want to get stuck in pain dimension too. So this video is for one particular person, but it can cover for everybody. And that special, amazing person knows who they are. Okay? And I'll just add to that, so that's a symbology of what the listener is trying to do, and how the person talking about the trauma has a responsibility to help get themselves out of the pain dimension and not suck others into pain dimension too much. Because it's heavy down there. It's heavy. And that person's experience is very fucking real in there, in this pain dimension. Because we all have different dimensions of experience in life and reality, okay? And we have the ability to pull others into dimensions and take them with us travelling. My suggestion here in this situation is not that I'm an expert on trauma. In fact, I'm not qualified to deal with people's trauma in such ways as what I claim to be. I'm actually not. Okay, I'm not claiming to be a fucking human whisperer, healer, trauma, but just from my experience with trauma and the experience I've had with other people with trauma, I would say, okay, so we keep rehashing the same trauma again and again. So it's a big one. It's a big one we must tackle. It's okay, we can do this together. But how do we do that? Well, we need to make productive use of this trauma now. It keeps coming back up to us. So our point is not to erase it and eradicate it from our memories and our minds and have a nice peaceful life. That's not how it works. We need to somehow utilize this trauma that we've got that keeps coming up to us to get what we can out of it that's going to benefit us. How? It's so hard. The trauma is that difficult. what I have to do, what I've learnt is my outlet is to do art about it. Maybe not like a picture of it or a video exactly of it, but some kind of depiction of how disturbed my feelings are about it, and putting it out in front of me so I can see it in the format of, you know, a mural or collage or video content, mainly as my medium now these days. Like for instance, yesterday I was heavily traumatized. Thankfully I had a good support friend to go and see, and I played some music and guitar, and we had a good time together, and it was nice. Then I came home, I started getting the traumatized feeling again, and I just started doing a video journal of myself, just how I was feeling. And as the journaling was going on, because I'm talking it out, but I'm not talking it to a human and traumatizing them, I'm talking it to a video machine, camera. And as I'm doing that, I'm starting to find strength in myself, and the strong side of me starts to come out through the conversation, and the next minute I'm editing and sampling the videos into short snippets, and I'm adding music and dancing into it, and I've turned it into this whole thing. So now this morning I've woken up feeling strong, feeling on top of things a little bit better than I was yesterday, and feeling like, no, life will not bring me down. This traumatic situation happening to me and my loved one is not going to make me feel defeated and helpless. And I'm definitely not going to like lash and unleash my trauma onto others, which is what we all do, because we don't know any other ways to cope, you know, or we use. So this video, you know who this video is specifically for. I'm going to put it publicly, but I do want one person in particular to watch it and just have a think about it, and, you know, respond to it if you want. There's no rules here. There's strategies and things, but yeah, there's no protocols or procedures particularly of how this is going to work out. We're just trying different things. I'm throwing things out there, you know, suggestions.